Good morning and welcome to the Unearthed YouTube channel. Today we are field testing a beginner's intro metal detector in the shape of the Quest X5. Now this machine has been around for some time now, and it's only right that we give it the opportunity to show us its worth on the Unearthed test bed, and we'll go through some features of the detector first. But before I start all that, can you please subscribe to the Unearthed YouTube channel? Just smash that subscribe button, like the video, and if you wish, press the notification button to get notifications of future films coming up, because there'll be a lot between now and autumn. Let's go and have a look at the features of this interesting detector. So here we have the Quest X5 metal detector. Now this machine's actually intrigued me for some time, and I've been meaning to do a little short film of it for a number of months now, and I've never really got round to doing it because of the organised digs, Team Unearthed digs and everything else that goes along with it. But today we've got it out. I've built it. It took me about 5 to 6 minutes to build. It took me a little bit longer to build this machine than most, and the reason is you've got to unscrew 4 screws from the handle to slot the upper shaft in and the middle shaft, screw it back together. It looks very neat and tidy, and away you go. This machine is extremely interesting for a number of reasons. One of the reasons that stands out to me is its lightness. I'm going to put it on the screen, but I think it's about 970 gram or less. Is it 870 gram, 970 gram? It's something around there, which is extremely lightweight. As soon as I picked this machine up, I thought, wow, it feels like a feather in the hand. And also, which is just as interesting, you can adjust this to fit any height of man, woman or beast. And the reason is, it's because there's that many different notches on the back. As you can see, I've got it on the midsection, but you can go all the way up and all the way down. So you can actually take this middle shaft out and use it for junior, teenagers, children, etc. So it can pack down into a very small size. Now, one interesting feature again, lots of interesting features, I seem to be saying that quite a lot, don't I? But that's probably the mark of the machine. It doesn't take batteries. This charges off USB. You charge the port into the back of the machine. I'll show you that a little bit later on. And off a full charge of this detector, it gives you about 18 hours of detecting time, which is perfect. Perfect. Now you can see the interface is extremely simple. You've got the up and down arrows here for the sensitivity. You've got the on button, which will turn on now, which was very straightforward and quick. You've got the battery indicator here on the left. You've got the sensitivity here on the left also, just below it. You've got a number of modes at the bottom. As you can see, we are actually in jewelry mode. There's all metal and coin mode, and there's a depth indicator gauge on the right hand side, and also these notch boxes at the top, so you can actually notch if you want. A little bit of discrimination in or out of this machine. Your volume buttons on the side, so you can crank the volume up just by pressing the little arrows there. Quite simple. And if you look at that there, I'm pressing the sensitivity button and keeping my finger on it. It goes all the way up to, I think it goes all the way up to 99. It does. And then of course you can just drop it down if it starts getting a little bit lively, which is very, very straightforward. We'll drop it down to 50 to do this, so we're not getting any noise. You've also got a pinpoint function here, as you can see. And you've also got a ground balance feature here, and it's telling you to pump the coil. Little indicator in the middle of the screen there, which is very straightforward. So you've got this button here is your main function button, and I've just pressed that once. It's put it into coin mode. As you can see at the top, there's some of them boxes notched out. Press it again, we're back into the jewelry mode. You've got only one box showing at the side, a little bit more discrimination there, and then we press it again in all metal, and there's absolutely nothing there, so you're operating in all metal. It's a one tone, you'll get the same tone in all metal for just about everything. So my idea would be, if you want to use this machine, stick it in the jewellery mode. Like I said, you can toggle different things here to make it different. You can actually notch in and out of some of these boxes, so you're almost working on all metal, but you'll still get the multi-tone system kicking in when you're working on that jewellery mode. Another very interesting feature of this machine, using these arrows on the side, there's actually, and I'll turn it round and show you, that little hole in the middle between the coil cable and the charging port is an LED light which shines down on the coil, which is interesting. I'm going to turn this machine off while I do this. That's it off. So there's a light on it, an LED light. The coils are 9B5B5, which used to be my favourite size coils actually. The 10B5s and the 9B5s were always brilliant on iron sights because of the narrowness and that elliptical shape of the coil. It's just, do you know what, it's just a nice size coil. So I'm going to give this a run out on the Unearthed test bed, and we're just going to try it over a few coins and artifacts to see how it gets on. But like I said earlier, it's a budget machine. This is a budget machine aimed at the market of people that don't want to be paying out a lot of money for a metal detector, and they certainly don't want complications. This is very much a switch on and go detector. As soon as I switch this on, straight away it comes on. I can then toggle between jewellery mode, coin mode, or all metal. I can whip that sensitivity up a little bit if I want, and away I go. There's no setting programs, there's no charging headphones, coils and control boxes, there's no sub-menus after sub-menus after sub-menus. And people this day and age, believe it or not folks, there's a lot of people coming away from overcomplicated metal detectors. They want simplicity, they want performance, and they want budget price. This machine ticks all those boxes. Okay, we are on the test bed. I've turned the machine on. I have set the sensitivity to, let's just have a look, 85. As you can see, we're in jewellery mode. Ground balance, the machine is very straightforward. You just keep your finger on that and pump the coil. Let's just have a go at that. There you go, it's ground balance 69. Away we go. So you can pretty much see how simplistic this machine is. Jewellery mode 85, the volume's up on it, maximum. Very, very straightforward, honestly. There's no messing about with this thing. But let's see how it does on the coins and artifacts. We'll hit one straight away. That's very sweet. Now this is in an area where the caravans usually park. There's actually a very in between Roman coin size wise. It's a bit smaller than an Japonidas, a little bit bigger than the E3s. Picking that up no problem. 77 on the scale. The depth indicator's down to 2. Not going to have a problem picking that up. Let's have a go at the pinpoint. Pinpoint extremely accurate. So it's very crisp on the coins, but just remember folks that this coin is only down about 4 or 5 inches. So it's not going to give the machine too much trouble at that depth. Just having a look. Like I said, there's a lot of natural iron on here. So just remember that folks, there's a lot of natural iron buried, which is good. I'm just going to see if we can ping out some of these coins that are buried here. You can hear that iron coming up, it's dropping the numbers down as low as 26, even as low as grunt, grunt, grunt. You just ignore that iron, it's telling you it's iron. I do apologise for the amount of sheep muck on here. We've had the sheep grazing down this test bed for about 3 days. So look at all that, 3 days worth. They are just machines of the S word. Slightly bigger target this time. You can see on the scale again it's in the 70s. That's a copper coin. It's not going to have a problem that. Let's just work it. No, no. Not going to have a problem with that at all. So these, another one there. There is a silver sixpence buried round here. We'll see if we can hit that. See what sort of tone it gives. I should have put my wellies on. Standing in that much. Wow. In the 80s now, it's a bigger coin, Georgian coin this time. 89, 90, 86. Now it's interesting to mention that this machine's operating at just under 8 kilohertz, which means it'll be very good on coins. It'll be a real good coin machine, and at that sort of kilohertz, just under 8, it'll be okay on the beach, I should imagine, as well. Just drop that sensitivity down on the beaches, and away you go. Waterproof coil as well. So yeah, I'm already impressed with this detector. Now this is interesting because this is a gold ring, broken gold ring, 9 carat. The numbers are small, the tones change from that high pitched loud tone to like a mid tone with low, medium numbers in the 50s. But I mean, it's going to hit that all day long. Look at that. No problemo for this detector. Very impressed with it. My initial thoughts of this machine is anybody coming into the hobby that wants a detector that will do the job, well, this is it. Buckle this time, folks. You know, it's not a problem. It's not a problem for the detector at all. Most of the coins and artifacts on this test bed are relatively just sparking off a little bit there, and it's probably because, I just show you up there, folks, we are right under the power line. So let's just have a go at dropping that down. We don't want the, we'll drop it to 80. And there's a little bit of noise under the ground as well here. It's a bit contaminated with iron and other bits of junk. There's a real bad noisy patch. Here we go again, folks, another coin. Victoria silver this time. Just remember, these objects have been buried on this test bed for a number of years now. They've well bedded in, so it's probably as near as you're going to get to the actual conditions of detecting out in the fields. There you go, 69. Wonderful target response there as I dodge even more of that hideous sheep. Byproduct. Of course, I could call it something else, but I can't swear on camera. Let's just have a work our way down here, because we have got some Roman coins and other bits and pieces buried along here. Just banging them out, banging the targets out, folks. Right, I'm going to move. I'm not going to move too near that three-phase junction box, because that can give detectors merry hell in electromagnetic interference. I like it. It's nice, it's sparky. It reminds me of some of the early single frequency detectors that I used to do so well with. And this machine is responsive. It's talking back to me. It's telling me what's under the ground. I like it. You know, when it hits a target, it hits a target. It's hitting targets, it's rejecting them. There's bits of iron, there's bits of contamination knocking around. See, grunt, grunt iron. Telling you it's iron grunting away. There's a little bit of sparky nonsense going on, which we ignore. Just perfect detector. I mean, this is going to be slightly lower numbers than the other one. 60 coin again. Just easy, innit? Just so straightforward. So straightforward and easy. So, you know, it's hitting the targets, it's doing its job. Iron's all over the place, it's telling you that. You know, don't be frightened of lowering the sensitivity down on this, folks, as well. You know, you could drop it as far as down to 70 if you wish. Just to take that top bar off there, as you can see. 3 bars instead of 4. Still do the business. Still do the business. Now let's have a go at coming out of the mode and dropping it into coin mode and boosting the sensitivity up a touch. We're in coin mode. Sensitivity comes up in segments here, as you can see. As I'm dropping it down, 80, 60, 40, 20. So you can't fine tune it the same in coin mode as you can in jewellery mode, which is interesting. I never knew that until I've just tried it, folks. That's very interesting. So we're in coin mode now. There's more discrimination built into the machine. As you can see on the top, there's bars missing, and we're only operating at 80 sensitivity. It will hit the coins. Whether it will hit the small hammered coins on here. There you go, look. 77 all day long. Georgian copper. Yeah, it's easy. It's an easy machine. It's a simplistic machine. Turn it off. It's a machine that really packs a punch for its price. So there you go, folks. That's the Quest X5. Inbuilt battery. Doesn't take batteries. Charge it up. 18 hours on the charge. 9B5B5 search coil. Loads of features for the money. 169 quid. You know, people are after ease of use. This is ease of use. This is a switch on and go detector for well under 200 quid. Lightweight. You can make it into a child's machine. Take that middle stem out. The weight of it is what? A couple of pound. If that. It's just a lot of detector for the money. So there you go, that is the Quest X5. I will probably do another review on a different detector, but again, an intro machine. People are asking me to do reviews on intro machines because there's a lot of people out there wanting to start detecting and are interested in the switch on and go intro detectors. So there you go. I'll be back soon. Bye for now.